Ho, 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 ho. Ho, ho, ho. Open up your door. I'm Santa Claus, and guess what, y'all? I got something to show. I came to bring some Christmas spirit. I got a big bag now, guess what's in it? Something for the riches.
This is the team with the best record in football right now. No matter who you're playing, where you're playing, when you're playing, you always got to be at your best.
It's a one-game season from here on out. Every game is absolutely critical.
Cy Watson, corner of the end zone, touchdown Green Bay Packers. Fires it over the middle. Intercepted Rasul Douglas, going back the other way.
This is as complete of a football team as we'll face all season long.
Hurts will run, takes it in, touchdown!
You know, it's a tough place to play. We just got to put it all together and play with a lot of confidence and play loose on Sunday.
Back to throw. That Watson throws, left side, Watson, corner of the end zone, touchdown!
There's no question the best fans in the world are Packers fans. Now it's time to put one in the Packers Fan Hall of Fame. Nominate a friend, relative, or even yourself. Visit packers.com/FHOF for more details. Meanwhile, Eagles fans are flying high, and for good reason. Philadelphia has a league-best 9 wins and 21 takeaways, thanks in part to NFL interception leader C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
And it's going to be picked at the 42-yard line. C.J. Gardner-Johnson now leading the league in picks.
Number 23 has a career-high 6 picks in his last 6 contests, but it's the pressure up front that's changing the game. Philly ranks top 3 in the NFL in sacks, recording 3+ sacks in each of its last 4 games to rank top 10 in a number of categories. But quarterback Aaron Rodgers also ranks top 10 this season in passing yards, completions, and passing TDs.
Steps up looking, lofts it, over the side, you got Watson again! Touchdown Green Bay!
And he's top 3 in 20+ yard throws while leading the NFL in games with multiple touchdown passes. As for his track record in Philadelphia, Rodgers is a perfect 3-0 as the starter with multiple TD passes in every one of those wins. Now he'll be looking to unseat the NFC's number 1 seed in prime time, a feat he's accomplished before with a little help from his friends.
Snap, Rodgers, pump fakes once and again, throws the middle of the end zone, touchdown!
This is a DB group that has feasted off interceptions this year and just kind of staying in guys' face. Like, what's the best way to combat that?
Just be disciplined. I think a lot of their interceptions and turnovers come from disrupting the quarterback and just playing aggressive football, being at the point of attack or the point of the catch, causing tips and stuff like that. So I think if we just stay disciplined on our routes and we're able to protect very well, then I think, in that category it should be in our favor.
When you know they're going to be aggressive and it's going to be real physical, does that kind of change your mindset going into the game? Like maybe not?
No, I think we go into most games, just trying to worry about ourselves. We obviously study our opponents and have a lot of respect for them and the things that they do. We also take into account for their style of play and their techniques and whatnot. But we just know if we go out there and play our brand of football, that everything will take care of itself.
And then you got a good look at Chauncey this summer when he was here with the Saints, but what does he sort of bring to this Philly defense?
I think, he brings a lot of attitude, a lot of swag, a lot of tenacity, and kind of an edge. I think he brings especially to the secondary and everything. He's a good player, and he's made some good plays this year and everything, so it'll be great to go against him.
Tenacity is a nice word for it.
Thank you.
What could a win in Philly do for you guys?
It'd be rejuvenating. Obviously, we still got that bad taste of the Titans game in our mouth, and obviously we want to get back in the win column again, and we know that we're still in the hunt for this thing in the long run and everything. So we just got to go in there and just kind of go play by play, drive by drive, quarter by quarter, and let the results take care of themselves.
Is this a game where you feel like y'all kind of match up against this team like you did against Dallas?
Yeah. I think I think all year, I think we have a very talented locker room on both sides of the ball. It's just more so going out there and executing to to the ability that we are capable of and being consistent throughout the entire game and not beating ourselves or not shooting ourselves in the foot for whatnot.
Adrian, how do you deal with a guy like Hurts? He's a unique breed of cat. How do you deal with him?
You got a lot of, there's a lot of, mobile quarterbacks now, and a lot of guys are able to, you got, even in runs, you got to defend the pass because a lot of RPOs. It brings an extra runner when you have a quarterback that can run, and it design runs, so it's an extra blocker. So you just got to be on your stuff all the time. Be on our assignments, make sure we stop the run first, and then we have a good day.
How much does it change when you have a guy who has called runs? You had 16 carries in the last game, but obviously not a lot of extended plays, a lot of them called. How much does that change for you on the back end?
No, we can't change that for us. You know what I'm saying? We gotta cover what we gotta cover. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure that we doing our job. Covering the pass portion of the RPOs, covering the pass, and when we needed to help and run fit, we'll do that as well.
What is A.J. Brown? How has he added to this offense? How has he helped Hurts, take a step in his game?
He's a good receiver, strong. I seen, on film, he's caught a lot of 50-50 balls. You know what I'm saying? It just adds another dynamic. They have a lot of guys that can go.
That's the last time the Packers went to Philadelphia. They turned around their entire season. Can they do it again? Packers-Eagles Sunday Night Football. It's time for Final Thoughts. All right, Weston, what's at stake?
You said it, man. The Green Bay Packers, they have to keep their season alive, and they have to beat one of the best teams in the National Football League to do it. Now, it won't be easy. It's going to be a ruckus crowd at Lincoln Financial, but the fact of the matter is the Packers have 6 more opportunities here. They still feel like they're in this thing. They have to prove it against the Eagles.
Yeah, and for me, what's at stake in this game is belief. And I'm not talking about the belief of the guys in the locker room, but the belief for Packer Nation as a whole. If you can go on the road in prime time and beat the team with the best record in the NFL, there's no reason to believe you can't beat anybody. Wes, who's heating up? Presented by Aurora Heated Apparel.
Mike, I'm going with Preston Smith for this one. Last week, coming off the 1.5 sack game. Packers need that right now more than ever without Rashawn Gary, but this game against Jalen Hurts is going to be very interesting because it is a difficult quarterback to pass rush. A lot of designed runs with him as well. A guy like Preston Smith, he does it on so many different levels. Yes, it is about pressuring the quarterback, but it's also about keeping your containment. It's going to be essential for the Packers to try to keep Hurts in the pocket as much as possible.
No question about that. And my guy for this game is quarterback Aaron Rodgers for just a couple of reasons. One, he's had a few extra days of rest for that troublesome thumb coming off of the Thursday night game. And two, he's had some pretty significant victories in his career at Lincoln Financial Field. Maybe it's time for another one. Wes, I say the Packers win this game if they can keep a negative trend for the Philadelphia Eagles going. And I'm talking about turnovers. The Eagles started 8-0. They turned the ball over only 3 times total in those 8 games. But the last 2 weeks, 4 turnovers against Washington led to a loss. 2 turnovers against Indianapolis almost led to a loss. If the Packers can get some turnovers and convert them into points the way they did against the Cowboys, the Packers can win this game.
That's a great point, Mike. And for me, I think the Packers win this game if they can establish the run and get them back to their bread and butter, what they did so well against the Dallas Cowboys. There's 2 reasons for that. One, obviously it's where the offense appears to be its most comfortable. But 2, it's really the only opening you see on paper with this Philadelphia defense. They're 19th against the run this season, 4.7 yards per carry allowed. Packers, this is a great opportunity to get Aaron Jones going. And when he gets his touches, when he gets some momentum building, Green Bay Packers win football.
Absolutely. And with that, we'll sign off on this edition of Final Thoughts. Be sure to follow all of our coverage of Sunday Night Football from Philadelphia on Packers.com and on all of your social media channels. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the ball game.
Welcome to Best of the Locker Room, Week 12. And we'll start with Aaron Rodgers, who was asked if he was still having fun despite a broken thumb and a 4-7 record.
I am having fun. I mean, I love these guys. It's tough, you know. Obviously, you'd love to be sitting here with a better record, but I still love this game. I love the guys. Love the stuff we get to do outside the facility. And we still try to find ways to make it fun, you know, with the pranks and jokes and the normal things that keep you stimulated during the day. But yeah, as a competitor, you're frustrated, but this is life in the NFL. There's a lot of ups and downs, and you can't just be happy when it's going great and you're soaring high and pissed off when it's going low. I mean, as a competitor, you want to win, but you got to enjoy this thing, otherwise it's time to move on.
Of course, Aaron broke his thumb in the Giants game, and he's been playing through it ever since. His teammates have noticed.
I think that says a lot about 12, and I know he's been dealing with it for a while and hasn't said anything, just continues to work, put his head down, and bring guys along with him. So I have nothing but love for 12.
And finally, are the Packers playing sudden death football from here on out? Rasul Douglas says yes.
Lose, you might as well start planning your trip to wherever you're going in the offseason. So that's the mindset here.
When you win, it creates a momentum. When I said it in 2016, how many people actually believe then? Probably not many. But then we got the first one. When we came home, we got the second one. And we beat Seattle, got the third one. And there was a lot of momentum that started in the locker room, and guys started realizing this was a possibility. And it was like a snowball effect, rolling downhill. We got to pack that snowball this week and get it to the top of the hill and let it start rolling downhill.
6 years later, the Packers find themselves in a similar spot, heading to Philly with just 4 wins, looking to run the table. Only this time, Jalen Hurts stands in the way. The Eagles team captain leads all QBs with 8 rushing scores, powering Philadelphia to an NFC best 26 points per game.
They're led by Jalen Hurts, and I mean, he's playing at an MVP type level, and he's got obviously a lot of weapons around him to throw the ball to, and those guys have been performing at a really high level.
Pretty good quarterback, man. They protect him pretty well, and they let him be a playmaker. They block up for him really well, and they allow him to make plays with his arm and his legs if they need to.
Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers is 5-1 all-time against the Eagles, which includes a perfect 3-0 road record, giving much reason to believe he can do it again.
It comes down to confidence when you step between the white lines, and I think this team has a lot of potential when you play with a lot of confidence.
Rodgers looks to the air, rainbows right side, and he's got the rookie on the shoulder, catch to the end zone. It is a touchdown.
There's a lot of confidence built up over the years about the way I've played, and that's what I lean on when it's hard times, and even when it's good times. It's a reminder that I've done it before, and I'm going to do it again.
All I wanna do is make the whole crowd bounce, y'all. Bounce, y'all. Bounce, y'all. Bounce, y'all. Bounce, y'all. All I wanna do is make the whole crowd bounce, y'all. Bounce, y'all. Bounce, y'all. Instructions to this game is instinct mixed with knowledge. I'm a player in this game, and I know not from college. Eyes open, focus, scoping out the scene. Watch the gangsta haters close, cause they worse than dope things. I hope things get better for you, cause I'm gonna make things get better for me. And keep it doggy style, hottest thing out the